All right, it looks like Dominique is having a little trouble with her video. So, hello, Ashley.
Hi, Sharonda. How are you today?
I am doing well. I am doing well. I just want to go ahead and get started and tell everybody, hello, what is this? Wednesday? Yes, it is Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to everyone. We are here to talk about the SCD Policy Forum. And so I will go ahead and introduce Ashley Valentine. She would tell us little bit about who she is and what she does.
Thank you so much, Sharonda. Well, first, I want to say happy Ashley Valentine's Day. In the Valentine household, we love February because it just so happens that our last name is on every single calendar. So I'm so happy to be here and partnering with the consortium. This year, we're hosting the SCD Policy Forum. And the Policy Forum is a 2-day event. It is free and open to US residents. And what it is the first day is a workshop where we teach you all about federal priorities and we talk through what's important for sickle cell disease, what's going on at the federal level for sickle cell disease, and then we teach you how to meet with your legislators. And we schedule a bunch of Hill meetings so that you could virtually meet with your members of Congress and your senators. And then the next day is where you actually put what you learned from day one to practice. And we have a virtual Hill day. So that's the premise of the Policy Forum. It looks like Dominique is joining us back in. Great.
Oh, well, she's still having a little problem, but that's okay. So thank you so much for sharing about what the SC Policy Forum is. Can you tell us a little bit about how long, like about Six Cells and who you guys are? Can you just introduce you to our audience real quick?
Sure, absolutely. So, about me, Six Cells is a national advocacy organization, and I'm a co founder. And I actually have a picture here. The other co founder is my late and great brother, Marcus Valentine. So, Marcus lived till 36 years old. He passed away in 2020, but his vision was to get the word out about sickle cell disease. He wanted to show the in between because what you typically see when we're out in public is someone with sickle cell put together looking good, and what you don't see is just how much resilience and strength and planning it takes to keep someone here. So we started this. I like to say this is a favor I did for Marcus, and our goal at Six Cells is to elevate the voices of the sickle cell disease community and to influence decision makers. So that's how we got exactly to the policy forum. A decision maker can be anyone from your school administrator, the hospital administrator, your teachers, all the way up to Congress and the people that make our laws and work with the money that they hand out for people with sickle cell disease. So that's how we founded the organization. And this is why we're working with the consortium so that we can reach more people living with sickle cell and making sure that we can help you stay engaged with your decision makers.
And I was, okay, there I am. Hi.
Look at you. Hey.
Hi, girl. Okay. Well, hello, Adam, my friend. She's always on the live with us. Hello, everyone that is joining us. So yeah, the collaboration between Six Cells and the consortium has been amazing. We did it last year, and it was so much fun. And so we're doing it again this year. So we are super excited about it. And I love that you said you were doing it as a favor to your Marcus.
Of course.
I love that story.
Well, Sharonda, you were there last year. Tell us about your personal experience with the Policy Forum.
Girl, let me tell you, for everybody that thinks like policy is not your jam, because they all know I always say policy is not my jam. If you give me something with graphics or something behind the scenes, I got you. But policy, I was like so new to. But my experience with it was very, very different. It was very interesting because I got a chance to meet people around the world in all of these different places about what means something to me. Like what actually I felt like when I was talking to Congress or talking to these people in leadership that they were actually listening to me. Like I could see them like one on one, and I was like, wait. Am I supposed to tell my story? What am I supposed to do? And it was super like you think you have to go to the Hill to make a difference. all you had to do was be a part of this, and they were hearing your voice. So it was very interesting to me. It's not my jam, but I got a chance to tell my story, to talk to some people, and they really were listening to what I had to say. So it was really good. And the teaching beforehand on the day one, I was like, oh, I learned some things that I didn't know that you could say, things that you shouldn't say. But it was really interesting to get that under my belt, because I did not like policy at all. I was like, that's for somebody else. That's not my jam. That's not something I do. But it is super important that each one of us learn about how we can talk to our Congress and the people that's in our states, because without it, or without them, laws don't get made, they don't get changed. And so I think that was my biggest takeaway from that, is that don't be afraid to tell your story. Don't be afraid to sit there and face them one-on-one and say, hey, here's what I need, and not only what I need, but here's what my community needs, and I need you to listen up. And I think that was my experience last year. That was a long way to say, the girl, I was like new to the thing, but I really enjoyed it.
Oh, that's wonderful. And that's good to hear, because it seems very intimidating when you're saying,
Exactly.
hey, you're going to meet with your members of Congress, but that's why we
Exactly.
have this opportunity.
Exactly. And it was like really so real though, because I was in a room with a group of people that understood what I was saying. And so during our breaks before we were meeting with the next congressperson, we would talk about it. We would be like, okay, so you go first and then you go second. And then we kind of made it a plan that every time we talk to someone in Texas, every time we talk to somebody in our state or in our region, we had a plan where we all would allow our voices to be heard and not over talk one another. And so just having that community, and I think that was like key for me, because as everybody know, they know I do not like talking in front of people. Like I can do this, but if it's like standing on the stage or talking to Congress, it does feel very intimidating. But this process, like day one, you learned a whole bunch, you gather with your group, and then day two, you just get to talk and tell your story. I mean, if you think about it like that, it takes away the intimidation, because it's like no one knows my story better than I do. Nobody knows what I need and what my community needs better than we do. So why not tell them what we need if we have the opportunity to do so? So yeah.
Exactly. Great. And that's why we have this venue. So, as a reminder, the event is March 19th and March 20th. And we want to put everyone in the position to feel comfortable and to be heard. And so, the way we do the training, we bring you up to speed on the federal priorities, because there are specific priorities that are in Congress right now.
Yeah.
But then also, if you want to think about it, we like to think, we come with a lot of heart at Sick Cells and in the sickle cell community. Inherently, people want to do good. So a lot of these legislators don't know about sickle cell, and they're dealing with so many priorities right now. And so we put you in a situation where they're here to listen. So not only are you talking about the federal priorities, what's more important though is you talk about your sickle cell, because we want to start to build that relationship.
And I think one of the things that got me last year, is there echo? I'm sorry. Can you hear
Nope,
echo?
no echo.
Things that got me last year is that we also got the opportunity to meet other people within our state or in our region, because it's very important to be able to talk to your congressperson, but maybe somebody has already, talked to a certain person and they have a priority that they're going for. And I feel like what gave us the advantage last year for Texas is that we all got together prior to the meetings, and we got to talk about the things that were most important to us. Because if anybody knows about sickle cell, and of course you're on this page, so you do, everybody's not the same. We don't all have the same story. We're not in a box, and we're trying to get out of that. But we do need to have one voice when we're going to Congress, because if you have so many things going on, people are like, oh, what do you want us to do? There's a lot of problems. What do you want us to focus on? And we came together for a focus. And I think that was one of the best parts of the training. Air quotes, best part, because it was all good. But one of the best parts was that we got together to figure out what our focus was for Texas. And I'm saying Texas because that's where I'm at. Yep.
Beautiful.
So that's what I think is one of the benefits of coming to the SCD Policy Forum, is day one and day two. You can't really miss day one, because that prepares you for day two. And so when you're registering and you're coming into this and you're new, and I'm coming straight from a person that's new, straight from a person that's going to tell you the real, If you feel like you're intimidated by talking to Congress, don't, because what we're going to do is we're going to prepare you for that. And one of the things that I love about this community is that we do ask the hard questions. And so on day one, there is a space where they ask, hey, do you have any questions? And that's the time that you speak up. Now, if you still don't feel ready to talk to Congress, there's a group, a community of people that would do it for you, or that would do it with you. I won't say for you, but with you. And we have this thing with the consortium, is nothing for us without us. But don't feel so intimidated that you just discredit this whole program or this whole event. No, come learn, come listen. Even if you feel like, I want to advocate a little bit more, but I just want to learn more, day one is for you. You know what I'm saying? So don't like just discredit day one and day two. Like, oh, if I do day one, then I have to do day two. We want you to. We want you to tell your story, but you don't have to. So just come and be an advocate, listen, prepare, and then get the knowledge more than anything.
Right, because knowledge is power.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Dominique, how are you today?
Dominique? Oh, my friend is frozen again. Listen, New York. Yeah.
Frozen. That's right. Dominique is in New York. And when Dominique comes back, or if she comes back, Dominique has also done a few Hill Days, Rare Disease Weeks, and policy forums. So we went into it cold as well, Dominique and I. There you are. Dominique, are you able to tell us a little bit about your experience doing these Hill meetings? While she's loading, Dominique and I first met at a Rare Disease Week. So that is an in-person Hill Day with the Every Life Foundation. And what was interesting about that is I also brought my dad and Marcus. In the first year we went, it was just my dad. And my dad had also never met with Congress. And he put his little suit on, and he put his uncomfortable shoes on. And he met Dominique because he stopped by my apartment in the morning and said, okay, guys, I'm ready for Hill Day. And he was wearing a Canadian tuxedo. He had on his denim jean jacket, a ripped up shirt, some denim jeans, and some ripped up gym shoes. And we said, now, Dad, can you please go home and put on your out of the house clothes? Because you have your in the house clothes on for out of the house. So after my dad did a costume change, he went to learn what to talk about, how to advocate for rare disease. And then he also met with his legislators. And it was intimidating for all of us because we'd never done that before. But when you get down to it, these are just people. These are just people that we have put into Congress. Maybe we have not put them in Congress, but someone else put them into Congress. And we're there to help them understand about sickle cell. And something I do want to point is that what you see in the media, what you see in the news, probably it might not be the most realistic perception of that person. So Sharonda, you've talked about Texas. Our biggest champion for sickle cell disease in Congress is Representative Burgess, and he's a Republican from Texas. He is incredibly knowledgeable about sickle cell. He's a provider. He's seen what sickle cell looks like in the hospitals. And when he speaks about sickle cell on the House floor, you can tell he knows. And he's one of our most successful champions. So I just want to remind everyone that when you enter the policy forum space, you're going to do a lot of learnings, but there are a lot of people who care about sickle cell. And if they don't even know that they care, that's why they meet with you, because then we find champions and people that didn't know that they were supposed to care about this disease.
Yeah.
So Sharonda, that's really what I wanted to talk about today. So I want to flag a few things. The first thing is register for Policy Forum. It's free for registration. It's for U.S. citizens only, or not U.S. citizens, but U.S. residents only, because the Hill Days are U.S. focused. The links to register are in our bios for the consortium and for Six Cells. The dates are March 19th and March 20th. And then as a reminder, if it's your first time ever doing this, we'll have some things called office hours. So you can meet with us beforehand to learn about Policy Forum, but you can also just join during the event and you can learn how to meet with your legislators on day one, and then you'll meet with them on day two.
Can you tell me a little bit more, Ashley, about what office hours are? Because for the consortium, we have office hours where people can just come and ask questions about anything about the consortium. Can you just kind of elaborate just a little bit about what office hours are and where would the information be posted about the office hours?
Exactly. They're the same as what the consortium does. So we just want to make these available on off hours. So if you're not available during the workday, we'll have 1 or 2 office hours on either one weekend before the policy forum or during the evening, and you'll just come there and ask questions. So by the time we have the office hours, we'll have our federal priorities listed. And so you can join, we can talk to you about the federal priorities. We can talk to you about how to meet with the legislator, any of those questions, but that's just another opportunity for you to learn if you're feeling a little uncomfortable or a little nervous. And you'll find information about that on our social medias and in our newsletter.
Perfect. So make sure you guys are staying in contact with Sales so that they can get that information to you. And we'll definitely put that information on this live on all of our platforms to make sure that you guys have that. I know this is a little bit earlier than we normally do, but I feel like this is a good time because you guys are having lunch.
Lunchtime.
So it's lunchtime. Dominique, I think you're here.
Yes, I am back.
Hello, darling. Hello.
Hi, everyone.
So
Thank you, guys.
Ashley was talking about your first time doing the like on the Hill with her and how you guys met. And can you go into like your experience about how you felt during that time and how you guys met?
I surely can. So Ashley has always been a superstar, right? So let me tell you, I found out about Rare Disease Day, Rare Disease Week from someone in New Jersey, and they were telling me that, yeah, there's a Rare Disease Week where all the rare conditions get together. They're advocates, and they go to Washington, and they speak to advocates, and they speak to, they get to know each other. They're all in the same state. They get to speak to their representatives, their senators, and everything. So I was like, okay. I'm not really into the whole policy thing, but you know what? It would be a good idea for me to at least speak to them about sickle cell. So I went. And I remember thinking that it was so many sickle cell warriors there. I think we had the most amount of sickle cell people that year. Like of any rare disease, we had the most amount of people. And I just remember Ashley just taking the reins. It was like, okay, hey everybody, this is what we gonna do. This is what we asking for. Now, once the classes and we done with the classes, Ashley got us all together in like this huge group. We took pictures. And she sat down and she commanded and it must have been about 40 of us, I think, maybe even more. And she told everyone, hey guys, this is what we want. We want them to do X, Y, and Z. Everyone asks for this. And ever since then, Ashley has just always took the lead when it comes to policy and just helping the community know what to say, what to ask for Congress, for my senators, because I ain't gonna lie, I'm not one of those people. I didn't take political science in college. Didn't care for it that much. I don't really care about politics, but I do care about our elected officials knowing what it's like for sickle cell patients and advocates, knowing what we go through, our struggles, and what we need to make sure that we're able to live healthy, normal lives. And so that's what Rare Disease Week and what the SCD Policy Forum does. Now, I did reach around to say that, you know, for advocates or people that want to advocate or just want to learn, this is the perfect opportunity. You could just come and sit in the classes. And then the other thing is because you're going to be, this is just sickle cell focus. It's not like Rare Disease Week where you're in a room with a bunch of other rare diseases from your state. You're just in a room with sickle cell warriors and advocates and caregivers from your state. And so they're going to help you regardless. So you can just go and get a feel of how it feels. You don't have to speak because we would definitely make sure we have people that would speak for the entire group. You can speak if you want to. You don't have to. I know, I think the first time I went, I didn't speak, but once. And if you guys know me, that's not like me. So I was nervous. But once I got the feel of it, it was like, it was easy. So SCD Policy Forum is great for anyone that wants to just help better the sickle cell community. Help us fight for these policies and the money that we need, the federal stuff that we need to ensure. I know several states are doing it statewide, and this is a chance for us to do it federally, where it's going to help across the board. So, yeah.
Beautiful. Well, Dominique, I think we need to hear it again because repetition helps what we're remembering. Tell us how to register and when are the dates for Policy Forum?
So to register, you are going to, and We're putting it inside the chat right now. You are going to click the link inside the chat, or you could go to Six Cells social media page or the consortium social media page. It is in our bios to register. The SCD Policy Forum is March 19th, which is going to be the educational session. And then the virtual Hill Day is March 20th. It is a free event. You don't have to worry about anything. The event is completely free for both days. Just make sure that you sign up and that you register. Register, and make sure if you want to sign up. Unfortunately, for the virtual Hill Day, you have to live in the United States to attend the virtual Hill Day, but you don't have to live in the United States for the educational sessions. So if you want to attend the educational sessions, you are gladly to do so. So please do not forget to register.
Wonderful. Well, that's all I have for you today, Dominique. It was great seeing you.
It's good seeing you. I can't wait.
I can't wait to, and I did have to put my dad on blast, and I told everyone about his denim on denim look. That was the first time you met him. I'm still telling that story. I'm still telling that story. I know. Good thing my dad's not on social media, so he'll never know.
Okay. Well, is he coming to Rare Disease Week this
Dad's
month?
not coming to Rare Disease Week, but I'll see if I can get my mom to come.
Okay. I'll be there.
I'll be there too.
I know you are.
Well, thank you so much. It was great talking to you.
Yes. It's great. Thank everyone for joining us, and don't forget to register.
All right. Thank you, Ashley, so much. We appreciate you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
While Ashley, I know she has to jump off, but I do want to say, Dominique, thank you so much for taking lead on the SCD Policy Forum. And I know that, we had a little bit of issues at the beginning, but I'm so glad that we're able to talk to you. Now, this is our lunchtime. So this is lunchtime for everyone. Oh, I'm glad you registered. Etta, yes.
Miss Etta always on it.
Listen, she be on it. I mean,
Etta don't play no games.
None whatsoever. So the SCD Policy Forum, you guys, is March what, Dominique?
19th and the 20th.
And the 20th. Yes. So yes, please make sure that you are registered. Hi, Jasmine. I gotta send you a message to make sure you're good over there.
I was gonna say the same thing. Me too. Hi, Jasmine.
Hey, Jasmine. And so we just want to make sure that you guys are there. You're registering. You are letting your voices be heard. And like Dominique said, if in fact you decide that, hey, this is not for me, at least you came in to listen, you got the education, and you know what's going on in the community when it comes to legislative. Now, I will say again, your girl is not legislative at all. I'm not going to the Hill. Dominique even asked me this year, hey, are you going? No, I'm not. Yeah. Do they need graphics? Do they need a video? I'll do that. But
they probably do.
But yeah, I am not. But this experience for me last year was really good. And I want you guys to also at least experience the SCD Policy Forum. It's a name. So sometimes I get a little tongue twisted, but it is all about making sure that your voices is heard, not just telling our stories to each other and people out in the world, but those that can help make a change in legislation. So that is it. That's all we have for you. One more nugget that I want to leave you guys with the Sickle Cell Consortium is that we are partnering. Yes, partnering is opening. And that means that you are able to become a partner with the Sickle Cell Consortium right now. And if you register or partner by this Friday, I believe it is February 9th, then you will be eligible to come to our leadership summit, which is in April. The dates for that is April 10th through the 14th. I'm going to say that one more time. The 8th annual leadership summit is April 10th through the 14th. That is a thing that is happening. We're super excited. It is hybrid. So there's both in person and virtually. So if you would like to be eligible to get some assistance to fly on over to Atlanta, please make sure you are doing your credentialing basically now. So Mia Robinson and Dr. Lakia Bailey will be on sometime this week to talk to you guys and answer any questions that you may have concerning Leadership Summit and credentialing. But I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know that is open. And thank you so much, Dominique, so much for the SCD Policy Forum chat and conversation. That's all I have. Do you have anything else, Dominique?
No, that's it. Just don't forget to register.
Don't forget to register for the SCD Policy Forum. Thank you guys and have a great day. We'll give you your time back. Make sure you're eating healthy and keeping those resolutions. I mean, if you got one. Yeah, there you go. Hydrate, honey. Hydrate. And we will talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for joining us and participating in our chat with SC3.
Bye, guys.